My name is Joon, CEO of one of Seoul's largest tech firms, and this is the story of how I fell hard for Lola. It began with whispers. At first, soft, subtle, and easy to ignore. But like the tide against a shore, they grew louder, unrelenting, until they reached us. Until they reached her. I thought I was prepared for this. Prepared for the challenges that come with loving someone so different from what the world expected of me. But I wasn't. Not fully. The first blow came from my mother. It was a quiet evening in our family home. The room steeped in tradition. The walls were adorned with generations of our family's legacy, watching over every conversation like silent judges. She sat across from me, her expression unreadable as she sipped her tea. Finally, she broke the silence. "Lola? A foreigner?" she asked, her tone measured but heavy with judgment. "Joon, our family's reputation is built on tradition. What will people say?" Her words landed like stones in my chest. I wanted to tell her about Lola's laughter, how her warmth was a balm to my soul, how she had this way of making the mundane feel extraordinary. But all I managed was a weak, "She makes me happy, mother." Her gaze softened for a moment, but then the firmness returned. "Your happiness is important, Joon, but so is your responsibility to this family. Don't forget where you come from." I left that conversation feeling smaller than I had in years. My mother's approval had always been my compass. For the first time, I was adrift. Then came Jae-hoon. We'd been friends since childhood, and as the COO of my company, he knew the stakes better than anyone. It was late, and the boardroom was empty except for the two of us. The city lights cast long shadows as he leaned against the table, arms crossed, his voice calm but firm. "Office romances never end well," he said. "Think about the company, Joon. Think about her career. If this goes wrong, it won't just hurt you, it'll hurt her too." I clenched my fists, frustration bubbling under my skin. "I'm thinking about her, Jae-hoon. That's all I think about." His eyes softened, but his words were no less cutting. "Then maybe you should think about what's best for her, even if it's not you. And Lola, she had her own battles. I wasn't there for the conversation with her best friend Chi, but I felt its echoes in the growing distance between us. I could imagine Chi's voice, filled with concern. "Joon sounds nice, but don't forget, you're in a different world. Don't lose yourself trying to fit in." Those words left their mark. Lola became quieter, her usual spark dimmed. The office whispers, the judgmental stares, each one seemed to chip away at her confidence. One evening, I found her at her desk, staring blankly at her screen. Her vibrant energy, the light that had first drawn me to her, seemed muted. And then came the moment I dreaded most.